This video is about if you run a e-commerce brand, what is the main things you should be focusing on to really start seeing a return within your ads, essentially. Because I feel like a lot of people are just throwing money at ads and they don't know where to focus on. So what element within their brand they need to focus on to actually see a return? Because a lot of people think it's just throwing more money at ads and testing more stuff when it ain't. Like, running ads in 2025 is completely changed in terms of the algorithm, in terms of what works, what doesn't. And there's a few elements within that process. So there's usually these three things I like to tell clients, and before we bring them on, we like to look at these three elements of their business to make sure they are ready to start running ads and have the capability of making a shit ton of money, basically. And number one is your branding. And if your branding is completely thrown off, your website is crap, it doesn't look trustworthy, you've got really bad colors, you've got a really hard to navigate website, etc., that ruins your conversion rate. That has no trust within the consumer whatsoever. And a lot of people think they have a nice website because it's just a basic theme in Shopify, when it ain't. Especially if you are charging good prices, £100, $100 plus. If your website is basic, no one is buying your product. So if you're running ads and you're spending all this money on ads, you're getting all this traffic. But if you're running an ad, I like the ad, I click through, and it's a website I don't trust because it just looks rubbish, and it's just small text, all this crappy stuff. Like, I'm not going to buy a product. You're wasting money on ads. Whereas if you just change that and you have all of the other elements in place by having a good website, you're investing into your branding, or a branding agency or whatever it is, you will get more conversions. And we had a client before, we was running the ads, we spent like 10 grand a month on the ads. The website was horrific. We was getting like a 2 ROAS within the first few months. We was like, this isn't great. Like, their previous agency was getting them like under a 1 ROAS, so we still beat them because they had a whole ad account structure that was wrong. So we instantly was doubling their ROAS, but we was like, I was kind of scared to tell the client the website wasn't great, but you know what? I was new in the space. I just told them that the website's shit, we need a new one, let's build you a new one. I'm happy to do it for free, as long as you can increase the ad spend, because we make money off the back of that. And I know for a fact that if we do, we get a better conversion rate, we're going to get more sales, and that means we're going to make more money, the client's going to make more money. Boom. We got a new website built, we rebranded, we didn't rebrand the whole thing, but we improved their branding across to the website. The sales were ridiculous. Like, we shut down a website for like we wasn't planning to shut down a website, but we thought, let's do a strategy around this. Let's close the website for a week. We built hype throughout that week in terms of, cool, we're going to tell our audience that we're closing the website, we're getting a new website, and the first 20 orders we're going to give a discount to. We made like 35k, I think it was, in pounds within the first day of the launch of the new website, which was fucking insane. And the ad spend was like £500 on the day. So they crushed it because we kind of, first of all, we built a better website, and yes, we did build a hype sort of structure and strategy. But post the hype drop and everything settled down, the ROAS was about 4 to 5 on like a normal month, just from changing the website. So that's number one, is changing your website. Like, we offer it to clients, we revamp the whole thing, make it look branded, make it look expensive, making your product look expensive, because if your product looks expensive and it isn't, people are going to buy it. But if your website makes your product look cheap and you're charging good prices, it's the completely opposite way of what you should be doing. So that's number one. Number two is content. You need to have a good content strategy for your ads and your organic social media and your website. Those are the three things of content you need: ads, organic content, social website content. But there's also elements within each one. So if we're doing ads, you want content that's going to be UGC focused, you want content that's going to be professionally taken content, flat lay content, you can also use the website content with ads too. It's just taking certain photos in specific angles for the ad itself. And creator content. There's around 4 or 5 different types of content you can make. But based on what kind of content you need to make for the UGC, for example, is down to you and knowing your customer, which is another thing we should talk about in a different video. So you need to know exactly what your customer, depending on the funnel of your stage, if it's the top of funnel, what is your customer thinking? Are they thinking of, are you looking for people who are actively looking for your product? That just depends on your product itself. If it isn't, then you need to be creative with your hook to get people to hook into your brand. And then you have middle funnel. What are stopping people from buying first time? What do you need to retarget them with? Is it just the same ads? Is it just ads with a different angle? This also depends on your product. Or is it, what other questions they have before buying a product? Is it a trust thing because your prices are high? Cool, let's throw testimonials at them, etc., etc. So you need to understand what the questions your people are asking who are warm and before buying a product. And then you have bottom of funnel, which is hot customers who have gone through checkout. It's a very small pool of people, but these are the people that you want to be asking, is it a price issue? If your prices are very low, then it isn't. Then you need to be fixing your middle of funnel. If it is a price issue, then you just give them a discount or give them some sort of offer or incentive to buy. So you could talk about the easy returns guarantee or the money back guarantee, or give them a 10% code, give them, just answer their questions, warranty, whatever your selling points are for stopping people from buying. Because a lot of people go through checkout and it gets to that point where it's just a price issue, so you just give them a discount. That's number 2, is investing into your content. But before you do that, you do need a good content strategy, which is what we do for all of our clients and what you or your agency should be doing to make sure the content that you're investing, you actually do get a return from it and make a lot of money from it. Number 3 is focusing on your winning product. There's so many brands who have a lot of products and they're just trying to sell stuff that doesn't sell. This doesn't make sense, and that's just because they have an ego thing. I personally think it's just an ego thing. But if there's a golden product on your website, which we call golden product, that's making the most of the sales, go hard with it. Get more content, push it out more on organic, because that's the product that's going to get more new customers through the door, and it's going to get you more sales. And the more people that it attracts around organic, the more people you're going to get to follow you, and the bigger the audience you can build, which you can then run ads to and make more money from. And that's the same with the ads. If you've got a golden product, focus on those products. Okay, and focus on getting more content of those products so you can run more ads and put more spend behind that product itself, because that product is making maybe 8% of your revenue and could make 90% of your revenue. And if it's out of stock and you don't know what to restock your bestseller, restock your golden product. It just makes total sense. So they're the main 3 things I would say. Those are the 3 things you need to be focusing on if you're an e-commerce brand and you are struggling to scale. We help clients with the creative strategy, and we manage all of our ad campaigns across Google, Meta and TikTok. If you are running ads on there now and you are struggling to get a good ROAS and you want me to go through and identify any of your bottlenecks within your ads itself, feel free to book a call with me in the description, and I'll happily have a look and see what you need to be doing to get to the next level and increase your ROAS, decrease your cost per acquisition and scale up.